All right, we are live. Let's let the world know, those who are not yet in here. If you are watching this replay, as always, skip 5 to 6 minutes ahead because that's when we will start. And I'll put little chapters in the bottom so you can just skip to when we actually start the session. All right, as we wait for more people to come in, let's send some emails out. For those who are in here, let me know in the chat if you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up, give me an emoji, give me a yes, whatever works. There we go. Sweet. Hey, Vince, how did your week go? This is... Hopefully my typing is not obnoxious. I'm just sending out some messages as we wait for people to come in. We'll start in about 4 minutes. Let me actually type that in the chat so people who come in after the fact know. Actually, 3 minutes. All right, let's see. Recording. Everybody that's in here today, did you guys trade? All right, that's done. Yes, you're new to trading. Well, James, came to the right place. I'll tell you that. How long have you been trading for? Just starting? All right, glad to have you with us. All right. Hey, Kev. Mike, what's up? Mr. YM is a bunch of crap. 2 weeks ago, I love YM. This is easy money. This is fantastic. Oh, how the tables turn. All right, we'll start a minute earlier. Welcome, everybody. My name is Advent, and I am not a financial advisor. Everything that we go over in today's session is not financial advice. It is only to be taken as education or for educational purposes only. Trading does have its risks, so please do your research before you engage in trading. And with that being said, for those who are new here, we have the trade recap session every Friday at 7 p.m. unless I let you guys know of any difference or if anything comes up and I can't make it. But essentially, what we do in today's class or session is I'll go over my trades and let you know what I was looking at, what trades I took, and then I'll go over your trades and I'll give you feedback. And I'll give you feedback on what you did well, where you can improve, things like that. Now, before we officially get started, we got 9 people in here and 4 likes. I need at least 50% participation. So if you have not already, hit the thumbs up, hit the little like button, whatever works, whatever you see there, and we will get started. All I ask for is participation because I am giving you guys a free class and free feedback. Cool. I got my likes. So like I mentioned, we'll be going over my trades and then we'll be going over your trades. Now, first order of business, before we officially go into the trades, ladies and gentlemen, I need you to read instructions. I am normally a very, very patient man, but when people don't read instructions that are clearly laid out, I get annoyed. I'll give you guys a simple example. Let me bring this up really quickly. So, for those who go on my WAP page, before I continue, can you guys see my screen? Because I need everybody to see this. Can everybody see my screen? Give me a yes in the chat, thumbs up, whatever works. Cool. So I've had about 70 people sign up for the Trader Circle, the free group coaching that I have once a month. 70 people, probably more. I got to count again. And I've only had 15 people actually sign up. As we can see here on the page, I clearly say, read everything below. Please read. When you sign up, it's free through here. When you sign up, you need to click on this Calendly link right there. This one right there. That I specifically say after signing up, use the link to register. If you only get access on WAP, you're not signed up for the class. So after you sign up, you're going to click on this link. The Calendly link is going to take you to Calendly. Then you're going to click on the next class. That's this Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern. You're going to click on this, going to hit next. You're going to put in the information in here. After you schedule the event, you're going to get a confirmation email with the Zoom link that everybody's going to use. So please, everyone, reading is fundamental. Please read instructions because I had a lot of people message me, hey, where's the class? You didn't send anything out, X, Y, and Z. I'm like, well, if you read the clear instructions that I have right here, you would know that you need to go to Calendly to sign up. Anyway, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Reading is fundamental. Let's go over some trades. All right, so today I didn't do too much. I took, how many trades did I take? I took 2 trades on futures and I took 4 4 trades. I think it was an option. I ended red on options today, and I ended green on futures. So for futures, let's bring this a little bigger. This morning, we had a rejection off of this broadening formation right up here. And I took this 2 down reversal once we broke this candle's low on the 5-minute time frame. My stop loss was above this candle, so right above that wick. My take profit was this body and this wick here. So the second candle here hit my first target at the body. And then the third candle hit my target here. However, my auto trail for the second half of my position took me out at the first target right over here. All in all, still a solid trade. I got about, I think I got out like at 41. So I got in at 98-ish. And I got out at 51 to 47, around there. And hey, I'll take 50 points in 10 minutes. So that's one trade that I took today on YM. The second trade that I took today on YM, which you might not be able to see too clearly here, when we had this big drop, once we printed this doji, I had a buy stop sitting above this candle right there. My first target was this body and then the wick. This candle here shot up. I pretty much took profit in like 10 seconds when my ATM or bracket order took profit for me. I literally looked over, responded to a student's message. I look to my right and I see a gigantic candle. I'm like, what the heck just happened? And I look at my screen and I already took profit. So that was a great trade too. I got 50 points on that one. And then I pretty much stopped trading futures for the day. I was happy with 100 points on YM and I shut that down and I was cool with that. Now for options, I made a few mistakes, which I'll share with you guys. Let's go to IWM. So today I got in on the 312 up right over here. And my first target, I always look to take target 50 to 75 cents in my favor, or strat targets, whichever ones come first when I'm trading IWM or NVIDIA. So in this case, once we triggered up, we only went up about, what was that, 212.77. We went up about 43 cents, give or take, if my math is correct, in my favor. It didn't hit my first target of at least 50 cents. So it got right there, then reversed and stopped me out. So that was a loss for the first trade. Second trade I got in was when the 4 hour, it triggered a 3 down. So for those who know about my watch list, where is my watch list? There we go. So with the level 211.28, once we broke that level, I took it short, and that thankfully made up for the loss that I had up here. So that was my second trade for the options on IWM. Another trade that I took today was on Tesla. Once we came back down from that big move in the open, I missed the 3 down, or the short break off the watches on Tesla. So I was just looking for either a reversal or a bearish TTO, or an H pattern, which is a bearish TTO. In this case, I had this broadening formation, this like dotted line right here. For those who don't know what a broadening formation is, that is support or resistance for strat users, for people who trade the strat. So we had an actionable signal, which is a hammer, print off this level. So I took this up right here, this 2 up, and I hit my first target right here at this previous high, and then it reversed. So that was a quick, I think it was like 20-30% on the contract, something like that, if I recall correctly. And then this second trade that I took was my mistake, where I thought this was going to turn into a W Another one of my setups, or you people might know it as a double bottom for those who trade patterns. Once we printed this high or low, I took this 2 up, aiming for this center, and then to take these highs over here. As soon as it triggered up, immediately reversed and got obliterated down. So this trade stopped me out under this candle, under this hammer. So that was a losing trade. And because the Tesla contracts were more expensive than the IWM contracts, this trade ended me red for the day. So it is what it is. Follow the plan. Can't win them all. Keep it moving. Monday's another day. Any questions on those trades before I continue? Any questions at all? Put it in the chat. And if you don't have questions, we'll start going over everybody else's trades. Also, for those who do want to join, where the heck did my chat go? My YouTube chat disappeared. Interesting. Well, I don't have the chat anymore. I have to figure out how to bring it back. Let me log in somewhere else. Give me a sec, everybody. Got to bring up my other computer here. Can I click on something to bring up the chat? I wish they could bring up a button that says, hi chat, show chat. One moment as I get this figured out. I got to stream on my other computer, or look at myself in my other computer to see what you guys are saying. All right, cool. Looks like there's nothing in the chat yet, so that works out. But I can't post this link in the chat, which is annoying. Anyway, we'll just keep it moving. I'll figure it out next time, and we'll go from there. Cool. So what trades do you guys want me to look at? If you want me to look at a trade, this is the information that I require. Let me bring this up so we can all see it together. If you want me to review one of your options trades, give me all the information that I have here. If you want me to look at your futures, Forex, or equity trade, give me the information that's here. If you don't give me this information, I'm not going to review the trade. And to hold you guys to a higher standard to help you improve, for moving forward, any trades that you want me to look at, if you have not journaled your trade, I will not review it for you. If we want to succeed, we need to journal all of our trades. So if you do not have your trades journaled, I'm not going to review your trades, and don't put them in the chat. If you do have your trades journaled, put it in the chat, and then we will go over the trades. So whatever you want me to look at, put it in the chat and I'll review your trades. How the heck do I bring back the chat? It's so weird. I have to do this in a bootleg way. There we go. That'll work for now. So whatever trades you guys want me to review, put it in the chat. Oh, I can do this too. For those who do want to join the Trader Circle, which is this Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, I also put that link in the chat. It's my free group coaching where you can ask me anything traded related. Took the 4-hour break on MYM, 407, stop loss 49, trail stop. Did I take the short off the 4-hour? No, I didn't take the 4-hour short today on YM. Yeah, everything got obliterated today. So that was entry. Oh yeah, this was super clean. Because that entry is 701. Stop loss is 49 ticks or points. You got the 687. Oh, the trailing got you out at 687, which was pretty much here. So one thing I like to do is, what was that, 40 points? After I hit 40 points on a trade, I'll have my auto break even to move up 25 points after it hits 40 points in my favor for YM. Because in this case, this was what, 41 points. I'm not letting $200 go red or to break even, I'll tell you that. And as you can see here, Isaiah, like we were just talking on our session earlier, like what my other student does, where once we get the candle close below that level, you place a limit instead of the buy stop like I do, and it would have filled you in on this candle right there, and it just died down. It would have never pulled back and stopped you out. It would have pretty much filled to the tick, right at the wick. And even the runner, 140 points until it reversed back. Yeah, definitely next time. Definitely next time. It's definitely a lot more efficient, I'll tell you that. But yeah, great job. That trade, I pretty much would have taken the same thing. I was just preoccupied with the original short that I caught up here, where I didn't have my 4-hour order sitting there waiting to be triggered, which I definitely should have, but it is what it is. We'll catch more the next time. Yeah, I'll definitely take $117 by pressing buttons for 2 hours, or by pressing buttons for an hour or whatever it is. Great job. For those who are just coming in, oh, you took another trade. For those who are just coming in, whatever trades you want me to review that you took, put it in the chat. And then a 15-minute. You re-entered on the break of the 5-minute 657. So you got in probably like on this candle somewhere around here. And take profit was pretty much 50 points away, which was there. I'd imagine that your stop was the same, 49. Or around there anyway. What's that? 657, 6, 5, 7. Yeah, pretty much that 2 down, and the slippage got you by a little bit. Yeah, very nice. Easy 50-point trade. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, more trades, please, or we can wrap up early today. I'm here for you guys. We got 13 people in here, and only one person took a trade. Interesting. James, if you're still in here from earlier, click on that WAP link and sign up for the Trader Circle for this Sunday if you're available to join. And you can ask me whatever you want so I can help you get started in your trading journey. Just be sure to click on the calendar link, please. Hey, thanks, Isaiah. And it's always good to go over trades together and having somebody else look at them. And I always emphasize, if any of you took losses today and you feel like embarrassed or anything like that, the point of us all coming together is not to only share wins, we also share losses, because we're not going to learn. You learn the most when you lose. Remember, I'm not here to judge anybody. I've made many mistakes myself. So share your trades, whether they win or lose. I don't care if you win or lose a trade. The biggest thing that I want to know is, did you follow your plan and did you follow your rules? So, oh yeah, Kev, just drive. We'll catch the next one next week when you're available. You could just listen. So if anybody took trades that you want me to look over, win or lose, again, no judgment at all. I'm just here to review the trades to help you get better and improve. Put it in the chat and we'll go over it. Or maybe nobody's putting it in the chat because they didn't journal their trades. For those who just came in, post your trades in the chat. As I wait for you guys to answer that, friendly reminder, for those who don't know, in the Essentials to Trading course, I've added the futures component to it this past weekend. So if you've been wanting to get into futures or options or both, the course is there for you. If you're tired of struggling and not having a proper strategy to make you profitable, please look at the details. The price is going to be going up this Monday. I'm keeping the special launch price for early adopters. Starting this upcoming Monday, it's going to go to the regular price. So if you've been looking to improve your trading and stop messing up so bad and trade properly and efficiently, there's your opportunity. And you get a free session with me. Win-win. I entered in on YM 4-hour trigger. I'm also outside, so I don't have the exact trade logs, but I was stopped out in the first 5 minutes. Yeah, Mike, you pretty much got stopped out on, where is this? You got stopped out on that first 5-minute candle. Let's actually go on to 1 minute so we can see exactly what happened to him. So first minute market, he got triggered in, immediately reversed, stopped out, and then just rocketed to the targets. When I give you a call later, Mike, we'll go over what we're going to be doing for next week to refine this setup. But yeah, I would take in the same thing. It is what it is. Probability wasn't in your favor today. For those who are joining in, please post your trades in the chat. If I don't get any trades to review in the next 5 minutes, we will wrap up today's session early. Don't feel discouraged or what's the word? Afraid or embarrassed to post your trades. We're all here to learn and improve together. If there are no more trades, I will awkwardly sit here in silence for 4 more minutes and we'll wrap up early. You're typing your question. All right, Daniel. I'll wait. We still got 5 minutes. Are you go over any trades or just futures? I'm going over any trade. So if you want me to review a trade, if you're going to give me an options trade, please give me this information that's on the screen. So the ticker, the strike price, expiration, the amount you paid for the contract, the time you entered, the time you exited, the setup that was taken, and if it was a win or loss. If you want me to look at futures or Forex or regular stock, give me this information that's here. So if you want me to go over your trade, I need this information. Hey, Bell. So I do the trade recaps every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So every single Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern is when we have these classes. If you haven't seen the other ones, so the same link that you use to join is the same link that's going to be for the recording. So if I've organized my YouTube channel a little cleaner. So if you go to the playlist tab, it's going to have everything organized. So the trade recap series, which is pretty much this, what we're doing now, all those recordings are in here. All the previous ones that we've done, which has been quite a few. So all the ones that are here, you'll see. There are some that those who are not in my group are not going to see. Some of these are private that I only have in my group, which I do a little more often. But for the public, for you guys that are not in my group, it's every Friday at 7 p.m. And other series and classes that I have, you guys can find here. Definitely. So yeah, Daniel, options, futures, forex, equity, doesn't matter. Post it in the chat. So Isaiah, in the course, you'll find the setups there, but also in the Discord. If you go to the educational center right here, and you go to playbook setups, it'll outline all the specific setups that I take with extreme detail on what to look for and videos explaining them. So you can find them here, or if you want, you can also, give me one sec. Let me log in here. One moment, ladies and gents. So if you have the course, you can go to playbook setups and it has everything there as well. So if you have the course, you can find it here. If you're in the Discord, you can find it in the playbook setups, either one. I took 5 put contracts this morning for SPY, paid I think 600 for all 5. It was around 940 and it went up a bit, making me in the loss around 250 to 300. Got a bit worried because again, I'm in a loss. Can't type more characters. All right, so let's look at SPY. Hey, Daniel, do you trade the strat or do you trade something else? So we got in at 940. If there was this 940 Eastern or 940 Central, West Coast. I'm on the East Coast, so if you got in at 940 Eastern, you pretty much got in over here on this candle. So if you got in on this candle, this is probably the candle that scared you out on this move back up. Did you lose that trade or did you win that trade? Was it a loss or was it a win? Break even because it went down, but I sold early. Well, it sounds like because you were sized in so much, pretty much what it sounds like what happened after it went against you by 50%, it came back to break even. So you're like, oh my God, I'm back in green. Let me take it off. If you're getting emotional and you're cutting a trade early, then you need to size down. Because literally when it came back to break even on this candle, it kept on dying down and you missed all of this. So if you get into a trade and you're not willing to take that loss, do not get into the trade. Because if you get out at break even, that's telling me mentally that you were not prepared to take the $300 loss or $250 loss. And then you panicked and you got out at break even because you thought you were safe. But because you were so panicked and already on tilt, you literally missed everything. So size down, and if you're not ready to accept that loss, do not get into the trade. Before you get into the trade, you should know exactly how much you're willing to lose. And if you're not comfortable with that, don't take it. For those who are coming in here, post your trades in the chat so I can review them. That's exactly what happened. When you mean size down, what do you mean? Also, how do I assure myself, for example, that the trade is going down? Anything I can do to analyze that it may, uh, there's a little emoji on my screen that's blocking the chat, but I'm assuming that it may go down or up. So let's answer each part one by one. When I mean size down, if you're using $600, you might only want to use $300 for the trade. That's what size down means. So you're sizing down your position. So if you usually trade with 500, you may want to size down, only trade with 250 per trade, whatever's comfortable for you. Also, how do I assure myself, for example, that the trade is going down? Anything I can do to analyze? Well, let me ask you this question. That trade that you took today, was that your setup? Was that a setup that you have clearly outlined in your playbook or in your collection of setups that you take? Well, that's one thing right there. If it's not your setup, why are you taking the trade? If you take something that you're not comfortable with, that's not your setup, you're going to be uncomfortable and you're going to be panicking because you don't know what's going on. Well, I'll say this. If you're trying to learn how to analyze, you should not be using real money, period. If you're learning, you need to paper trade until you understand what you're doing. And then once you understand what you're doing and you have a collection of setups, then you can slowly use a little bit of money and use more money as you get more comfortable and you build your account. For those who are new to the channel, you've heard me say this time and time again. If you're learning, you should not be using real money. So this is what happens when traders use real money when they're starting out. One, you lose a lot of money because you think this is easy. And a side effect of losing a lot of money, you get mental trauma. Now you're fearful of actually losing money. So when you do go back to live money, you got that trauma by losing all that money that you did before because you weren't paper trading. And it makes it a lot more challenging for you to control your emotions because you have that mental baggage now of those big losses that you took prior. I've worked with many people with that same issue. They've come to me after they lost a lot of money. And then we had to work on getting them out of that fear state because that's what they were used to. They were used to getting so scared of losing money. And we had to work through that and help them get over it. So if you're new to trading, do not use real money until you know what you're doing because it can go south really fast. I'll tell you from experience, and I'll tell you from many people that I've worked with. All my students know for those who are in here, some of them are in here, and all new students that I have, the first 2 weeks, we're paper trading. We're not using real money because I want to see that you're understanding what I'm teaching you and what we're going over. And then after I see that you're showing consistency and you know what to look for and what to look at and what to expect, more or less, then we can slowly go into real money and build from there. So what I will tell you, Daniel, go back to paper trading. If I were in your shoes, since I can't tell you what to do, what I would do in your shoes is I would go back to paper trading and I would practice until you know what's going on. If you don't have a proper strategy that you know that that you don't necessarily know or you don't have developed, go on the YouTube channel, on my YouTube channel to be specific, go to the strat playlist. It'll go over every single component of the strat, which is the strategy that I use. I have everything there for you guys. I also have a section that says playbook setups. I give you guys some of my setups that I look for. So there's the TTO, the Momo Hammer Shooter, and the W trade model. And there's another one in here that I talk about in the first 30 minutes. Those are 4 different setups that you can look for. One of my students, all he trades is a TTO, and that's it. He doesn't trade anything else. He's up 2,500 in 2 weeks. So take the time to study as you paper trade and then go into real money. Hopefully that helped. Sweet. All right. We got 14 minutes left. Any other trades that you guys want me to go over? Whatever trade you took today, put it in the chat. Also, Daniel, moving forward, since you may be new, I gave you a pass on the trade because when I asked you to give me the information, you were missing a lot of details. So I'll let you slide this one time. Moving forward for the next trade recaps, I'm going to hold everybody to a higher standard. If you want me to look at your trade, you need to journal the trade. The first thing I'm going to ask you before when you post a trade for me to look at is, did you journal your trade? If you did not journal your trade, I am not going to review it for you. I'm going to hold all of you to a higher standard so you can hold yourselves accountable and you can start collecting data that's going to help you improve. So going back to, if you don't know how to journal, if you go to the trading psychology mindset, go look at the journaling video. I go in excruciating detail exactly how I journal and all the prompts that help. So everything on the channel is there for you. Just got to put in the study time. Cool. So 10 more minutes. Let me know what other trades you guys want me to look at. If you have not journaled your trades, then I'm not going to look at it. Let's see, where is TradingView? If you want me to look at your trades, please provide me this information in the chat. If you want me to look at options trade, post this. If you want me to look at a futures forex equity, please do that. Sweet. James, I just saw that you signed up for the coaching class this Sunday. I will definitely see you there. Thank you for reading and following directions. I truly appreciate that. For those who don't know, I hold a free group coaching class once a month. You can ask me anything you want, and literally anything. If you're going to sign up through the link I'm going to post in the chat, make sure after you sign up that you hit the Calendly link to fully register. If you only get access on WAP, that doesn't actually sign you up for the class. So remember, you have to, after you get access on WAP, you have to click on this link. It's going to take you to Calendly, select the next date, which is September, 8 p.m. or Eastern, and putting your information here. You're going to get a confirmation email with the Zoom link that we're all going to use. So, more trades, please, or we will wrap up in a few moments. And for those watching the replay, these same links are in the description of basically all my videos. Also, whoever has attended prior Trader Circle classes and that you've signed up through WAP, I would greatly appreciate it if you can leave a review on the WAP page for me and your experience. All I ask is for you to be extremely honest. If it's a good review, great. If it's a bad review, that's okay too. I accept all feedback, because if there's something that I'm not doing that I can do better to serve you, I need to know. Any other trades you guys want me to look at? All right, doesn't look like there are any other trades you guys want me to look at. Remember, guys, I'm here for you guys in these sessions. I don't want to just sit around for an hour doing nothing. So for the future classes, please come ready with your trades that you want me to look at. Are there any basic prerequisites you would recommend having done before considering a coaching session, like having a trading plan, playbook, etc.? Great question, Storm. Generally, if somebody's going to set up a session with me, I would prefer, let me see if I have it on my WAP. I do have it. So generally, I prefer people to set up a discovery call with me, which is free. That way I can see exactly what you need help with. And then I can give you some guidance before we actually have a session. Because I would prefer that we maximize our time together before we actually hop in a session. So let's say if you're like, hey, Advent, or my name is also Desi in real life, as you can clearly see there. If you're like, hey, Advent, I want to have a session with you. I want to learn, let's say you want to learn the strategy that I use, right? I can spend 5 hours talking to you about the strat, but the session is only an hour and 15 minutes. So what I would probably have you do is go through the strat videos in my channel, and I can also give you the strat ebook if you request that. And then when you go over that material, then we can schedule a session, because I would rather maximize our time together as opposed to going over each and every little thing strat related, which is going to take more than an hour. So if you want to first have a discovery call, which I have right down here, you can just click on that link. It'll have you go to my Calendly and book a free session, 30-minute session with me, so we can talk more about where you're at in your trading, how I can help you, so on and so forth. Now, if you want to work with me, generally, I would prefer that you just get the course, because it's cheaper than the session, and I throw in a free session in the course as well. And the course has pretty much exactly how I trade and everything that you'll need to trade pretty much how I do, alongside some other things like to help you with your emotions, emotional regulation techniques, so on and so forth, to help you guys stop going on tilt, blowing accounts, and losing a bunch of money, amongst other things. So I have to edit this actually. Whoops. So yeah, all that to say, definitely set up a discovery call so we can talk and get clear on what's going on and how I can help you, and we'll go from there. And also, if you want to schedule a session, always reach out to me first so we can talk a little bit more as well to see exactly what you want to go over in a session. So if there are any basic things that I would want you to go over first before we hop on, that would help a lot. Definitely. Any questions you have, my username, if you have Discord, this is my username, Advent_. So you can send me a direct message there and I'll respond back to you, just so we can communicate easier as opposed to email or like wherever else you know me from. But you can add me on Discord. That's my username, at Advent_. And for those who are looking to get the course, it's going to stay at $197 until Sunday midnight. On Monday, it's going to go up to the regular price. All right, we got 3 minutes left. What was everybody's biggest takeaway from today's session? What was the biggest thing that you learned, or the biggest thing that you'll take away from today's session? Type it in the chat. As you guys are typing that, I'm going to give you guys some homework. If you guys haven't already, make sure to create your trading rules, print it and laminate it, and put it in front of your desk. Definitely. Yeah, Isaiah, because like that's pretty much what the strat is, and like other trading styles, like even ICT. A lot of people are trading the same setups in ICT, and with strat users, I love that we're all like in the same boat, so we know what to look for, especially if we're trading the same ticker. Because for IWM today, the same place that you were looking to get in short, I was looking to go in short too. So when we're going over trades together, we can be like, oh, yeah, I did the same thing. This happened to me. That happened to you. This is how we can improve if we did lose or whatever it may be, X, Y, and Z. So it definitely helps a lot. Speaking of which, as you guys are typing more, would it be beneficial for you guys for me to have a class on creating your trading rules or your rules for trading? And in the class, I will also help you develop your rules. So I'll go over my rules and tell you why I came up with them, and then we can go over yours to help you. Any other takeaways from today's session? I'll give it another 2 minutes and we will wrap up. Don't be an idiot and learn how to trade. I wouldn't use the word don't be an idiot, but it's more so approach this properly, right? If you're I'll put it this way to give you an analogy. If I'm going to start up a business and I just jump into it and I don't know what I'm doing, I'm already setting myself up for failure. Because before you start a business, you have a business plan. You know what you're going to be selling, what you're going to be doing, an idea how you're going to be executing it, so on and so forth. X, Y, and Z. Same thing for trading. We can't just blindly jump into it. We need to have a plan. We need to study. We need to get data, see what works, what doesn't work, etc. One thing I'll mention, Daniel, you cannot remove emotions while trading. That is impossible. We're human beings. I get emotional almost every single day when I trade. I just have systems in place to protect myself from myself and how to relax myself if they come up. Hey, Isaiah, thanks for coming out. Enjoy your weekend. We'll talk. Catch some salmon. I hear you guys have really good ones up there. Cool. So remember, for those who signed up for the Trader Circle class this Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, look at your email either in the inbox. You're going to get a confirmation with the Zoom link that we're all going to use. If you don't see anything in there, check your junk or spam. It'll be in there, because sometimes for some people, Calendly goes into their junk or spam instead of their inbox if they never used it before. So just keep an eye out for that. Other than that, thank you guys for coming out and letting me go over your trades and helping you improve. I will see you guys for the next one. Remember, every Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, we have these classes. And when you come next time, come prepared with your trades and all the details that I require. Other than that, enjoy your weekend and Friday, everybody. We will speak soon. Good night.